Fucking Viagra to bitches. That's how you get them.
Come on, Tim. You always lead us. I'm used to you
Yeah,
anyway.
Tim got a little mini beach bod under that little t-shirt, man. A little mini beach.
So you out here paying attention to niggas' chest.
Listen, I'm just saying, you gotta have dreams and aspirations on what you want to do.
So Tim, so Tim is your motivation.
I got the bleach in the car right now, man.
Tim, show him the beach bod.
Look.
Let him see it.
Flex real quick.
Let him
Look at
see
the
it,
veins.
man.
Flex. Look at this. Look at the veins. Flex. Come on, one time. Look. Shit.
All right.
Fucking baseball player.
Veiny Tim. All right.
Veiny Viagra Tim.
All right now.
You know what I'm saying?
First, middle, and last.
Well, Tim, we are weird, so.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with a little weird in your life.
All right, jump in it. Pause.
Yeah, first, please.
The please is what killed me.
Don't come in too strong.
Please.
Oh my god.
Rockin' straight up, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do a song that you heard.
Alright guys, so last week Kanye decided to post a bunch of viral rants over on Instagram about defending Kim K, saying all these people commenting about her and everything like that. Particularly he was calling out Nick Cannon and Drake. How'd you guys all feel about that?
I'm fine with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was non-medicated, out of the sunken place. It was a beautiful thing to see. And he was spitting valid facts. You shouldn't be speaking on another man's wife. So what if you did what you did in the past? The past is the past. You didn't put a ring on it. What if freaking Eminem said something about Mariah Carey all these freaking years to Nick Cannon again? Like, you get played out. Like, we know she sucked a little dick to get famous. That's fine. You know, whatever. So what if you hit it first? So what if you did it in the past? But at the end of the day, what he said was valid. What he said was real. And if you don't like it, then fuck you.
I personally think it's about damn time Kanye got on, his platform and said something that people don't find crazy. Like, he got on and actually sounded logical to people. It's kind of hard to argue against what he did, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's his wife, so therefore he was standing firm to, protect her in all ways, shape, and form from social media and whatnot. And you really shouldn't be doing that. And to be honest with you, if Kanye didn't come out and do it, my respect for him would have went down. Because, like, bro, that's your wife. Like, you finna let, like, people you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you come across, like, talking about your wife like that, despite what they did in the past. They need to keep that shit to themselves. You feel me? Like, that's, and the problem with that is people are so quick to come out and say what they did with someone else. Like, no one gives a fuck what you did, bro. Like, that was then, this is now. She's married with kids. Like, that's, chill out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with nothing he did. As a matter of fact, I was proud of him, honestly. It's probably the most logical thing he's done for a while.
Now, do y'all think he was calling out Nick in a sense because Nick used to date Kim, and that's probably why he was making some of the comments he did? Do you think maybe even Nick might be a little bit jealous about the situation that Kim and Kanye had going on the last couple of years?
He ain't got no wife. Then his wife came back looking mighty up there on was the iHeart Music Festival.
Yeah.
She was singing that, hitting the high notes again. You know what I'm saying?
Voice came voice like it started to creep back a little bit too.
Yeah, she said she was hitting the high notes.
Losing a
She had
little weight.
people crying, you know what I'm saying? That I feel like he's a little lonely there, and he tired of people cracking on him and Mariah, so he trying to break up the old flings. Like, yeah, I got other bitches besides Mariah, but don't nobody care about that. That's what I think it is. But at the same time, Kanye touched on him, Drake not dismissing any of the rumors. He kind of just letting it float. Tyson Beckford, who I thought is gay now or something like that.
I have no clue.
I saw something about, because that's the dark-skinned model dude, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Got like a low cut. Yeah, I think I heard something about it being gay. I don't know.
But even when Tyson Beckford threw his shot at Kim, it was like super random, you know.
Yeah, it was like,
it was one of those like
fun thing to do type.
Yeah, it's like what did she do to you?
It's trash. I mean, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? First, the most Chicago video I've ever seen in my entire life from him. Period.
That's probably why we all rock with so that, because that was like Southside vibes all throughout the video.
I seen no objections from anybody from Chicago when that video dropped. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody who seems to have a problem with it are stands of the people that he was talking about, or they, since it's the fun thing to hate Kanye, then it's like, oh no, I don't agree with that when you're not listening to what he's saying. And he definitely didn't sound medicated. And it's like some of his other rants, he didn't sound depressed. It was just like, yo, on some real shit, stop talking about my wife on phone now. Like, that's pretty much.
I just feel like he needs to stack it after that. Like, yo, come on, man.
Like, I don't think this the dude y'all really want to mess with right now. He back with his brethren.
Right, he back in Chicago, too.
He riding around the city with Bum J listening to Herbo. That's the last person y'all want to mess with right now. Herbo still told that thing. Come on now, y'all don't. All the youngest, everybody in Chicago still respects him. Going through without, regardless of what he said in the media or how he's portrayed himself, or even if it seemed like he was aligned with Trump, and now he's kind of backing off of it. And he's only trying to understand him. Whatever.
He did that just for like media attention, the whole I'm with Trump thing?
No, I seriously think that he met with him because he felt a side of him when he saw Trump. It was the fun thing to hate Trump, and without trying to get to know somebody. And I felt like that's what he tried to do. Well, let me see who he really is, because in the past, it was in the 90s, it was a dope thing to say I'm getting money like Donald Trump. It was, oh yeah, like all the hip hop was, I'm Donald Trump. Everybody wants to be him. And then all of a sudden now it's like, boom, 360. We just turning our back. Hold on. Like, y'all were just praising him. Now y'all want to belittle him. I think that's what Kanye saw. He saw himself in that situation.
I mean, but you can understand why people was turning their back
fully,
on Trump.
But how disconnected was, we don't know how disconnected Kanye was from the medicine that he had to constantly take, from the ODing that he said he had to do, from all these other things. How disconnected was he from the world? Maybe he came up, all right, let me get on social media, and now he's really seeing like, oh, what did Trump do? Like, he probably knew Trump was running for president, probably knew Trump won, but what has he said? And when he sees the Make America Great Again he's thinking only one thing and not thinking about the other side of it. And he said that in the interviews where he apologized about this stuff. Well, you know what I'm saying? It was just like he's still learning, you know what I'm saying? It was like, well, I had to do this, I'm learning from my mistakes, I see what's wrong now, blase, yada.
So why do we think everybody, whatever industry they're in, if you're famous or whatnot, why do you think people keep taking shots, not only just at Kim, but the Kardashians as a whole? Because my philosophy is that you have all these people who are out here being successful with something that they're passionate about, you know, whether it be a singer, whether it be a sports player, whether it be, you know, a business owner that's famous, a fashion model, whatever. And then you have someone like Kim who got famous for sucking dick and whatnot.
First off, she wasn't that passionate about that dick suck, I'll tell you that. That's probably the problem. If they didn't, you know what I'm saying?
How many times you watched
Listen, don't ask me questions.
So we're not on that?
Listen, all I'm saying.
Skip through that one?
All I'm saying is you talked about passion and being passionate. She's famous for no reason and doesn't. And she's soulless, kinda, in my opinion.
And do you think that's why people take shots at that?
Yeah, I see. You saw what she did to her own sister on the show.
Oh, true.
What she said, like, come on now, bro. And it's like you
bitch.
And then I'm not gonna see. I don't follow them that much, so I'm not gonna say how much support she had for Chloe when it came to the Lamar Odom situation. But how much support did you have for her, really? You know what I'm saying? And then in the black culture, you bouncing from black guy to black guy to black guy, and it's like we've seen everybody you've dated. Careers have been just, except for Nick Cannon and except for Kanye.
Kanye's Kanye. You can't.
Yeah, Kanye's Kanye.
They're not taking.
Yeah, you ain't gonna. And then with him in Chicago right now, it's like it's an up and up. He's you know what I'm saying. But it's just like we have, as far as the black men, even Chris Humphries, none of their career, and then Reggie Bush is finally getting back to respect to you spot.
Well, no, when you look at the athletes, she was with Reggie Bush, she was with Miles Austin.
What has he done?
He went downhill real quick after that happened. Mm-hmm. Chris Humphries, those are 3 athletes.
And then it's like none of their thing. It's like a soul leech. It's like You are the Monstars. You sucked all of their talent away, probably literally, and they weren't.
Well, she took all Humphrey's money away.
Right, I'm pretty sure because it wasn't no prenup, right? Yeah, fucking dummy. And so it's like, I feel like that's what it is. As far as the black side of things, the black culture, that's what we see. And then the world probably sees that too. Like, yo, she fucking people whole shit up over here. And then you have the way we see Kanye right now. Like, he's finally coming back up. But the way we've seen him since she's been with him, it's like not in a good light. It's like, oh, you kind of fucking with a legend right now. It's like, don't nobody want Kanye to stop being who he was, and so they don't want that image of him tainted. So they pissed off, and then I feel like they take shots at him, and then you got the people who are just trolls. Period. What's the new thing to hate? Let's go hate Kanye now. We off Trump a little bit. Let's go hate Kanye.
Last point. Other big news that Kanye announced, I believe last week too, was that he is moving back to Chicago. And supposedly has bought a house here. He announced it at I believe a stand-up mic event with Chance. Is that correct? He's been in town the last 2 weeks, doing all kinds of stuff. He's been in the studio with Chance. He's also been working on the new album that's coming out next week. Correct?
Friday.
This Friday, Yandhi is coming out.
That's what his tweet said.
Yeah, he threw out the first pitch at Sox Park yesterday with Lil Saint, his son, and then you also, he's been doing a lot in the city, and now he's moving back. As Chicagoans, are we proud of him?
Happy.
Moving back, happy?
Because I swear to God, he feels like Kanye again. Like, I'm happy for him. He looks happy while he's here. Even seeing him work on music, he's happy. Because it's like, I feel like here we appreciate who he is, and everywhere else didn't. There's a story Sid from the internet told. She was doing one of these festivals, and Kanye was the headliner. Backstage, before everything was kicking off, before he had to go up, Kanye was playing originally produced Kanye beats, DJing, and it's dropping his own new beats, playing them. He'll look up. Nobody's paying attention every time he's dropping something. And these are new original beats, not nothing you've heard before. Kanye made them. While he's DJing, he's playing. Not no lyrics, just the beats. And ain't nobody paying attention. She said she came back there, she saw it, she was like, what the fuck? Like, this is, and nobody's paying attention. I feel like that's what was happening all this time. Like, he's being the genius he is musically, and wasn't getting the credit for it because people ain't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? I feel like here we still appreciate who he is, who he was. We accept him for the whatever nonsense he was saying, and we just want you to get back to being you. Do your fashion. Sell your homeless people clothes for $3,000 to the white folk. I don't care. Do what you do, but at the end of the day, be you. And I feel like I'm just happy to see him actually look happy and it's not forced.
A lot of the things that he was saying wasn't even necessarily nonsense. It's just the way that it came off it sounded like nonsense because during this time everybody loved to hate Kanye around the same time that everybody loved to hate Trump. And I actually want to go back to that just a little bit. People have to realize that celebrities, they have their own world. Like, just because we pay attention to what's going on, that doesn't mean celebrities necessarily pay attention to what's going on. They're in their own world just like we are in our own world sometimes. So when you spoke earlier on like Kanye being in his own world, that's legit. When people think like, oh, well, he don't pay attention. No! My man's got a family with 3 kids. No, he ain't paying attention, fam. Just like everybody else has a life like they do too, outside of their music. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when we have to keep that in mind that we can't go necessarily be as hard on celebrities as we are like, oh, well, he should be paying attention. Like, bro, what? It's not his responsibility to take care of us, bro. Like, that's not his responsibility. His responsibility is to make music, take care of his family. We not his family, fam. I think people get that confused a little bit. So
not even close to knowing him.
That's what I'm. Yeah, like we become fans so much that sometimes we think like we genuinely know these celebrities, and we think like, man, like you from Chicago, you supposed to look out for me. Woo, you supposed to be paying attention. We're like, no. There's nowhere that Kanye has signed a contract saying he gotta take care of us. That ain't the case.
All right. before we close it out, what are we expecting from Yandhi this week?
Oh, great production. I'm not gonna lie, cause while y'all was talking, No More Party in LA started playing in my head, and that beat was just so. I'm thinking of what the beat was, the sampling, and I was just like, yo, that.
Are
this
we
must be
expecting
fire.
this to be similar to what Yeezus was, production-wise? Are we expecting this to be finally Kanye coming back to the old Kanye?
I think this would be like a mixture of some new stuff and mixed in a little bit of Kanye old stuff too, especially since he's back home. That home feel is going to be huge. I think these features, it's very soulful. I think these features are going to be huge too.
The one feature I'm looking more forward to, Chris was just letting me know the track list kind of was leaked.
Yeah.
What we got?
There's a song that has the entire Wu-Tang Clan on it. And
That's Logic. That's Logic.
Oh, you made it seem like it was
Oh, he's like,
That's Logic.
God, man.
he's like, what?
I thought this was like
That track list didn't get leaked yet, but I'm looking forward to Logic's album too.
Oh my God.
No.
You didn't do that. This is on.
Hefe, I said Logic several times when I talked about that, right?
I did not hear you say Logic.
Oh my God.
As they
that's
say,
still gonna be
as they say, he was in his own world too. He was in his own world too.
I mean, that's gonna be a dope collab on Logic's album.
But I'll tell you this though,
Fuck.
I'm looking forward to at least one Chance feature from the album.
He's definitely gonna be on.
I gotta have Herbo. You've been bumping them out all this time you've been here. I gotta let me see what the offbeat rapper got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They maybe Bump J, because you know Bump J really should have been the thing that took off. But when he went away for the time that he went away to jail, you know what I'm saying? That's when Kanye kind of was like started really rising a little more heavily. So I feel like he might try to put him on with us.
So what you're saying is you think this is gonna be an album with purely Chicago features?
I could say that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little taste of something else, but I think that's highly possible. You got to really think about the name Yandhi. Jesus was, Jesus. Yandhi is him and Gandhi. Gandhi represented peace. It fits everything that I've been saying about him since he's been home. So it's like, I feel like that's what we're going to get from this album. Somebody whose mind isn't overly medicated. Somebody who hasn't been distracted by the BS that's been said in social media. And he's been a little more focused and a little more at peace with himself after, asking for forgiveness and everything for his comments. I feel like he's a little more at peace with himself. And the music is going to represent that. We're still going to get brash Kanye, bleach assholes and all. So, but
that's actually to be expected. Though.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
That's to be expected for sure. Well, first of all, I rock with all Kanye's projects. There's not one I don't dislike. First of all, like I wasn't the one that jumped off ship like some. So I know this album's gonna be fire. As soon as he said I'm coming back and I'm buying a house in Chicago, I already knew. I'm like, yep, come on, Kanye. Let's bring them old fans that were no more. Let's bring them back on board, because everybody gonna hop back on after this album. It's gonna be probably one of his best projects today.
Okay, but okay. See, so
Are you saying this is gonna be a better album better than Ye earlier this year?
Yay.
Thank you.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have more than 7 tracks.
For sure. It definitely could be probably a solid.
Well, I mean, it's a sequel.
18.
I mean, it's technically the sequel to Yeezus.
Yeah,
But
that's what it's saying.
I think it'll be better though.
It's confirmed that his joint project with Chance called Good As Drop is coming out sometime later this year. No exact release date. And that's, from what I know, is supposed to be kind of like the sequel, not the sequel, but the next line in the college dropout sequel. So you had college dropout, late registration, you had graduation. I think Good Ass Job is supposed to be the next one. How, since we're on Kanye music, how do you feel? What do you feel like that project will be? Do you think it has, even with Yandhi not coming out yet, do you think that has the potential to be better than Yandhi, or we're going to
It's
say...
gonna sell a lot of records because you got Kanye and Chance in the collab album.
You got to throw in the possibilities, yeah.
For one, and if he's smart to market that, he should I mean, I would have dropped it now because the Grammy shuts at the end of September,
But-
which is literally this week.
Maybe if you hold off on it, you got less competition. Because it's kind of
True, but if he holds off onto it till, let's say, sometime next year, then you're talking about all these other big name artists that might come out with albums next year.
Oh, the only one right now that we know may come out is J. Cole because of the ending.
You could see Kendrick coming out with an album next year.
That's possible.
Dude.
That's
I
possible.
mean,
But
we
will
all
it
know
be
he's
Kendrick?
always up for album of the year.
But
rap
will it
album
be
of the
his
year.
best project though? Do you feel like
Kendrick?
we've already gotten the best Kendrick we're gonna get, or is it like?
I always feel like every album for him always gets better, and I feel like every
It's
album
tough.
has gotten better.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's just kind of something to think about too, because you know if he's already dropped what 3 or 4 albums already this year. If you include the 5 albums already this year. If you include the production he's had on these albums, with 6 and 7 supposedly supposed to come, it's kind of been a huge year for Kanye, whether people want to believe it or not, good and bad. You know, I just hope, from the not just the Chicago aspect, but from the fan aspect, that he can finally turn
I would
it
say
back
this
around.
one album that could compete if he comes out with it later this year is probably going to be Schoolboy Q, because that album has been done for a while, and he said it was coming out this year, and he's been waiting.
Hope I
So
get
I
a
can see
Kanye
it.
feature on that.
That'd be dope. That would be for sure. All right, the Spin Culture approved for me, Tim. Zoe, what are you going by today?
This Big Delicious today, Big Pop.
Big
Big
Delicious.
Pop. Yeah.
Tune in next
Big
week.
Shakur. Big Shakur today.
Until next time, right?
I already said it.
This has been Culture Approved.